South Africa's private security industry is worth around 5 billion rand, and it's booming. But now, the government is looking to tighten gun controls around it. That has sparked a mix of reactions. Some people are all for it, others are pushing back hard. The truth is, the industry doesn't have the cleanest reputation. It's not to say everyone is shady, but there are definitely some bad apples in the mix. Hi, I'm Caryn Dolley, and I'm an author and journalist at Daily Maverick. One night several years ago, in April 2017, I saw a group of men, most of them dressed in black, congregate outside an entertainment venue in Cape Town's city centre. One looked like he was holding a long rifle covered in canvas or something. While I was watching the men, a metered taxi driver nearby me had warned, "It's not safe to be here. Put your phone away." The group of men later moved to another entertainment venue where police intercepted them. I wrote about this at the time. What I had witnessed that night happened during a battle, as outlined by police, to seize control of nightclub security in Cape Town. According to cops, key suspects in this arena had included infused, who, as I speak, is on trial in connection with the 2020 murder of a policeman, and his alleged rival, Mark Liffman, who was fatally shot in the Western Cape town of George in November 2024. I've done a video on Mark Liffman if you want to know more. Both Liffman and Modak had connections to the private security arena, which in Cape Town has a history involving accusations that brawny bouncers, heavies, have been let loose on clubs that refuse to pay over so-called protection fees, in other words, extortion. Modak, while once facing related charges, was not convicted for private security issues. In the past, suspicions have also done the rounds that some security companies are used as fronts for gangsters to get hold of firearms, like a legal way to get guns that are then used illegally. And now, private security is back in focus. The reason? The government is proposing new rules to tighten gun control in the private security sector. Police Minister Senzo Mchunu signed off on the draft changes in late March, with public feedback open until the 25th of April 2025. What has been the feedback? Both praise and criticism. One hotly debated proposal says security guards can carry guns, but not in public places like malls, restaurants, taxi ranks, schools, or hospitals. Another proposal says security companies can only issue guns to guards if neither the company nor the guard is under investigation, including for firearm-related offences. Claire Taylor of Gun Free South Africa welcomed the proposals. She told me they presented a chance to address poor oversight. She said, and I quote, "The argument that these proposals could derail private security fails to acknowledge the serious problems that have persisted in the industry." End quote. Martin Hood, an attorney who specializes in firearms matters, told me the proposals were basically closing down the use of firearms in the private security industry. Just before we play the clip, if you appreciate journalism that brings you stories like this, you can help by becoming a Maverick Insider. More in the caption. Now here's Hood in a video posted by Parliament's Police Committee Chair Ian Cameron of the DA on April the 2nd, 2025.
The security industry is no longer allowed to use tasers, tear gas, water cannons, sponge grenades, rubber or plastic bullets, or any other weapon that may harm civilians.
The Private Security Industry Regulatory Authority, CIRA, has countered the proposals are not cast in stone and aren't designed to sink the industry or lead to job cuts. Here's CIRA head Manabela Shoke addressing these issues during a Newsroom Africa interview posted to YouTube on the 8th of April 2025.
For hosting me, I think first of all, let's rather correct the narrative that is out there by saying that no one will lose their job in the private security industry through this regulation. That is a very incorrect narrative. Secondly, that there is no company that will be closing due to this regulation.
So, what's next for private security? Right now, we're waiting to see if a revised set of proposals shaped by public feedback will be released. Sources in the industry and even some in policing say tightening controls isn't a bad idea, but they argue the focus should be on the real rogues and that police need to clean up their own house too. That, they say, could help rebuild trust in law enforcement and reduce the country's heavy reliance on private security.